Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Dragic.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the starting group for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with DeJounte Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for the Heat, they've got Myers Leonard. Jimmy Butler is out there with Adebayo, and it's Nunn in at point guard. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far and what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's White. It's hauled in by Hero. Now the Heat with it. Here's Nunn. It's not going to go for him. Murray with the defensive effort. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. To the inside. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. Nunn passes to Leonard. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And Pirtle sends it back.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Murray, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Hero. 11 points for him in that last game against the Knicks in New York. Pass to Butler. And they double up Butler. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Nunn. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Here's San Antonio now. They've got an 8-0 run. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. They retain possession. Butler feeling out a bit. To the left side wing. Here's Nunn. 20 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
Now, here's Aldridge. 8-point game.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. Taking a look at Houston, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now, the Spurs, they've run into a bit of a wall here as of late. Had been playing pretty good before this latest stretch. Now trying to do whatever they can to get back on track.
Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Knicks in New York.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
That's a play that LaMarcus is more than capable of making. Confident on the offensive end. Knows how to get to the line.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Both shots good from the stripe. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And here is Murray. Myers Leonard getting it to go from deep. Pirtle, high post. That shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
I mean, showing great anticipation. Aldridge was all over that shot.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
San Antonio leading by 7. Now here's Murray. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to DeRozan. Aldridge trying to break free. DeRozan's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Hero passes to Leonard. Shoots over DeRozan. Leonard, no luck.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Outside, White. For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Butler, and it's in there.
That's a fantastic dribble move from Butler. He's extremely confident with his dribble.
Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And here is Murray. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
San Antonio leading by 5. DeRozan in the corner. Baseline try. Drained for 2 points. DeRozan's got his second bucket.
DeMar DeRozan's bread and butter. He has a great feel from the mid-range.
Hurdle with the double team. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Spurs. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Here's Leonard after the basket by San Antonio. Pass to Adebayo. Leonard trying to break free. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Spurs have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Now the pass to DeRozan. Out to the wing. Murray for three. Rebound by the Heat.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
So it's the Spurs now. The Heat getting the bucket. To the wing on the left. Aldridge kicks to Murray. From 10 feet out, Nunn grabs the board. The Heat trail by 7. Outside Butler. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Trey Lyles checked in for Purdy. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
That one good for 2. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Now here's Dragic, covered by Mills. Knocks it loose. Aldridge, the pass to Lyles, and the dunk by Lyles.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now Mills. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that one drops.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Heat trail by 14. Dragic with it. Lays it up off the glass.
Such a big part of Gorn's game, the dribble drive.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Inside. Here's Iguodala. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Spurs leading by 10. Now here's Mills. Pass to Lyles. Let's go. No good on that one. And Miami the other way now. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Olynyk, and he gets it to go. Olynyk's got it back down to single digits for Miami.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And here's Mills. 9-point game his last outing. Gay outside. No good from outside. 1:46 left in the first. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. .143 left to play in the first quarter. Crowder finds Dragic. Floats it up for Iguodala.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. 6-point game. Iguodala with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Crowder with the ball. Robinson misses. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York. Here is Forbes, guarded by Robinson. Pass to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Shots good by Lyles. Lyles got his second basket of the game. The Heat trail by 8. Iguodala, the pass to Crowder. There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Dragic. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, he's a player who battles for everything he gets. Dragic with the chance to tack on one more.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Spurs leading by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Mills kicks to Forbes. Back to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Rejected by Dragic. Lyles against Iguodala. Here's Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Jay Crowder, blue-collar combo forward, finds ways to outwork you.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Mills looking it over. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good.
Dragic is a guy who loves to be aggressive defensively. He locked down on that possession.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Heat, they've got Dragic, Jay Crowder out there with Olynyk. Then it's Robinson, and it's Iguodala in at the shooting guard position. Dragic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Dragic has got his third basket of the night right there.
Absorbing the contact, finishing the play. Dragic has that great body control.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Mills dishes to Forbes. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's Robinson. And another basket for Miami.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's Mills. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Passes it to Lyles. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Lyles got 6.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Here's Dragic after the basket by San Antonio. He dishes it to Robinson. Off target with his 3. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points. There's the dish to Forbes. Rebound by Olynyk.
How is it possible? Wide open too.
Here's Crowder. Gay with the defensive effort. Spurs leading by 4.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
That's good from Forbes.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Spurs, Acapurdo comes in for Lyles. And it's DeRozan in for Patty Mills. He hits both from the stripe. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. Do you think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons. I mean, and there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games, and there's not as many back-to-backs.
And Pirtle sends it back.
The physicality of Jimmy Butler poses so many issues for defenders.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good.
What you have with Jimmy Butler is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes even the 5.
Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. DeJounte Murray comes in for Bryn Forbes. And he makes the first but misses the second. And good that time. Leonard's got 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gay passes to DeRozan. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. For Miami, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Adebayo down low. Hurdles there. And Hurdles sends it back. And Leonard gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
San Antonio trailing here. Murray surveying the D. He kicks it to Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Pirtle. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
Improved shot mechanics, improved strength. DeJounte Murray is becoming a force.
Here's Hero. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now Murray. He has 5. Down low. Here's Gay. And then Gay with the dunk.
I like Rudy Gay on that play, being very aggressive and showing people how to get it done.
He'd have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Kicks it to Butler. Shoots over DeRozan. The second chance effort. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Heat have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Rudy Gay. Free throw good, Adebayo. And bam, Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And Miami has possession after the miss from Jakob Poeltl.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Butler against DeRozan. And the pass to Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
And so Murray nails both of them.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
Here's none. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rebound San Antonio. Murray's got his 4th rebound in this one. White drives in. Count it.
Love Murray's scoring potential, but the development of his playmaking may be an even higher priority.
Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. Yeah, but you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Here's none. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Hero. They get the rebound.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Shot clock at 6. Butler against Aldridge. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Murray, no good.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
To the right side. Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. White's got 6 in the quarter.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Hero. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Will it go? And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jakob Pirtle. The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And he makes both free throws.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 14 points. Great D that time from Leonard.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Butler. And that one is off. Nice D from Aldridge.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got 6.
The man just knows how to generate points. Aldridge creating the second chance opportunity and then cashing in.
White finds DeRozan over Butler. Back to White. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Crowder, he's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Hero, then for the Spurs. Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl, and it's Mills in for Murray. Butler against DeRozan. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
The Heat trail by 7. Here's Nunn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Crowder with the steal. Here's Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Now just a 3-point San Antonio lead.
That's how you do it, Crowder. Great anticipation, as always. Comes up with the steal and ignites the break.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0". And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. He's perfect from the line this time. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
The NBA offense is requiring spacing, and Bryn Forbes, a shooter who could not be left open.
Not at all. He's a gunner, still rounding out his game. But the foundation laid is with his marksmanship.
And he can't hit the second. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Here's Aldridge after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's 8 points for Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays.
If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Dragic with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Olynyk, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs leading by 4. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Got a piece of it. Pulls up on the wing. They get it back. Iguodala no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
1 second left. That one doesn't go. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
I mean, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. San Antonio did not hesitate to set the pace. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. Momentum swung back the other direction, though, as their lead was chopped down to 4 by the end of 1. In the second quarter, they continued to trade punches and won the exchange, finishing with a 6-point advantage at the break. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, be sharp, and big shot, bomb for three. The crowd go crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Heat trail by 6. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Murray out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And Miami has possession following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Butler against DeRozan. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's Butler missing. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
The Spurs have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. No good on that one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. The Heat trail by 7. Floats one. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 6. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Murray outside. To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. And they're running. Here's Hero. Basket good. He's got 8. Here's Murray. He's got 7. To the paint. And finished off by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
Miami with the ball, trailing by 5. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And stolen by Aldridge. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
So it's Miami now, after the basket by San Antonio. Nunn passes to Hero. Outside Butler, but Trey. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Murray. Aldridge trying to break free. Murray, good. And it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. To the inside, Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket. Here's Nunn. Pass to Hero. Dishes to Butler. Shoots over DeRozan. And it's Butler missing.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Spurs have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
The first one falls. San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Nunn. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
DeRozan against Butler from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Butler's got 8 points.
I love it. Got the basketball, used the pick. A high percentage shot for Jimmy Butler off pick and roll plays.
Murray against Adebayo. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Hero. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
That's a 2 from Butler. The rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Hero. The 3 ball. And the Heat, another 3.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Hero. 13 points in the game. Shoots over White. Again, the Heat good for 2.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Passes it to Pirtle. Over in the corner, White. To the middle, here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Attacking, putting his handprint all over this game. He has that ability from a point guard to jam it home.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hero. White covering. Butler passes to Nunn. Unable to get that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's White. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
The Heat have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Spurs making a switch here. Trey Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. It's stolen by Bellinelli. Out left to the wing. Mills with it. Adebayo on him. Mills can't hit. The Heat trail by 7. Here's Butler. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I love this about his game. Jimmy Butler recognizing the situation, playing foul line down.
Now here's Mills. The feed to Gay. Crowder with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Shots good by Hero. Now just a 3-point San Antonio lead.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And here's Mills. The pass to Lyles. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Jimmy Butler. He's putting up about 21 points per, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
That one is off. And some changes here for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Adebayo. Robinson comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Hero. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Trying to get open is Crowder. Second chance shot. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Gay. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Rebound by Iguodala.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
San Antonio leading by 4. Here is Forbes. He's got 5. Rebound by the Heat.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And the shot goes in. Crowder's got 5 points so far.
Jay Crowder often stays out on the perimeter, but sees the opening and quickly takes advantage.
Down low. Bellinelli gets the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 4.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Dragic. He's got 9. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Dragic. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
Mills can't hit. The Heat trail by 4. And here they come. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his 1st foul of the game. Right side, Dragic. He dishes it to Robinson. Puts it up from 17.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter. And obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Lyles. Knocks it down from 7 feet. 9 points in the game so far.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Here's Dragic.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Banked in off the glass.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Now Mills. Lyles with a wide open look. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Heat trail by 6. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
First one falls for him.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat, and Iguodala drops them both.
The charity stripe is far from the strongest part of Iggy's game, but he will hit him in crunch time.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Dragic. Lyles kicks to Bellinelli. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Dragic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He's an aggressive competitor. Goran Dragic able to finish through contact. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality, but that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Now here's Mills. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. Off target from outside. Spurs leading by 4. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today.
32 seconds left to play here in the third. Dragic with it. 14 points for him. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's hauled in by Lyles. Now here's Mills. Inside. It's stolen by Dragic. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Iguodala. Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Dragic in the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. That's tipped. Clock at 6. Mills can't hit.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Adebayo, that falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Now, here's Lyles. Gay inside. Defended by Crowder. Gay can't get it to go. Here's Dragic. The rebound by the Spurs. Lyles got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Mills. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
And he makes the first.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Derek White comes in for Rudy Gay.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a two-possession game.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Murray's checked in for San Antonio. Murray against Dragic. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the inside. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Iguodala. Rebound San Antonio. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's DeRozan with the drive. Count it, good. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Look at the way DeMar just shrugged off the foul and still finished the play. Incredible.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Leonard against Pirtle. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. San Antonio leading by 5. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Dragic. There's the dish to Iguodala. In the corner, Crowder with it. Lots of room. And right on target. Good.
When it comes to scoring the ball, this is where Crowder's at his best. Off the catch.
And it's Murray penetrating. And it's San Antonio with another.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
The Heat trail by 7. Outside Dragic. Up and in on the layup. San Antonio's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Murray against Adebayo. Murray the pass to Aldridge. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The baseline J. The shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here's Iguodala. Pass to Adebayo. 5 to shoot. The 11-footer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. Spurs leading by 3. Outside DeRozan. Rebound by the Heat. Iguodala outside. Here's Adebayo. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And going up against the Pelicans, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
The Heat making a switch here. Good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Hero. Light covering. Tipped away. Pass to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Here's White. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for White. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Nunn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Spurs with possession here. The lead is 2. Passes to Pirtle. Down low, Aldridge. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And there's the pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. And it's all evened up. Nunn's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead. What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 2. He kicks to Pirtle. Over Leonard. Nice shot by Pirtle.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Pass to Butler. And another basket for Miami.
Butler's jump shot has certainly come a long way. He's pretty much on point from anywhere.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. They grab their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
The free throw drops for Pirtle. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Pirtle can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
Nice D from DeRozan.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And Miami has possession. It's a one-point game. Outside Butler. There's the three. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Murray finds DeRozan. Here's White. The Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Aldridge. Again, the Spurs good for two. And Miami has possession. They trail by three. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. And stolen by Murray. To the paint. Pass to Pirtle. Kicks it to DeRozan. Murray left side. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And now it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
This is easy offense. Hard to stop Aldridge off the catch. Too skilled, too talented.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Heat have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Hero passes to Nunn. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Murray, no good. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Nunn. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got rebound number 13 with that last one. White drives in, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Murray outside. Passes it to Pirtle. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's DeRozan, and it's San Antonio with another.
That kind of shot is something that DeRozan has worked hard on to make consistent.
Butler with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Butler against Aldridge. Butler, no good. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. And it's Aldridge missing. The Heat trail by 9. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. San Antonio on defense. High post try. Bullseye. 14 points for Butler.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Murray. And it's Miami with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Murray. Heat knocking down the tray. Out to White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeJounte Murray.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
Here's Butler. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Responsibility all on Jimmy Butler. He stepped up to the plate on that one. No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points. DeRozan passes to Aldridge. Over Adebayo. And it's Aldridge missing. And Miami has possession. A two-point game. And Leonard has it in the corner. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
Long range from the inbound. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
And here's Dragic. Inside, Adebayo. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. For the win. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, White is out there with Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
He has led this team in rebounding and also taken on the role of enforcer.
Now here's Butler to take the lead. The offensive rebound, Adebayo, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. San Antonio's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. White, good.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Dragic taking his time here. The pass to Hero. DeRozan against Butler. Clock at 6 over Murray. And it's Butler missing.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
Poeltl, no one around him. The 3-pointer off the mark. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. He'd have gone 0 for 3 since the end of regulation. Not how they were hoping to start out this overtime period. Dragic dishes to Leonard. Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on DeRozan.
Jimmy Butler used his body and muscle well to get the foul called.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good Butler. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Murray against Dragic. Murray the pass to Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
It doesn't take much for Poeltl to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Dragic against Murray. Dragic against the bucket. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Pivotal point in this contest. The determination of going Dragic, it is showing right now.
And stolen by Butler. Pass to Hero. Back to Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat. San Antonio calls timeout. We're in overtime if you've just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Pass to Poeltl. Shot from the wing. And right through it goes.
Just tremendous shooting from Poeltl. Love how he's not afraid of taking these kinds of shots.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Now a timeout called by Miami. We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Here's Hero. Back to Leonard. Here's the three. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Murray finds Pirtle. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Leonard. In transition, here comes Miami. Trains the three-pointer. And now 24 points for Butler.
I like this for Butler. When he hits the 3 ball, the defense has to play him honest, and that opens up driving lanes.
Now here's Murray. Now White. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's DeRozan. Oh! Oh!
He went high.
That was nice.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
He'd have gotten 4 of their initial 9 shots here in overtime to fall. DeRozan against Butler. Over Gay. Butler, no good.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Long strides Gay takes on the drive is alarming for a defense. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Butler with the ball. And it's Gay with the rebound. White drives in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's off as well, so he misses both. And here are the Heat. They trail by 1. Here's Butler. No good that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Gotta appreciate the physicality of Gay's game. A strong athlete who forces the D to hit him inside.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're behind by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
Here's Leonard. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. 19 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Here's Dragic from outside. Misses the 3. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Outside Butler. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And so it's San Antonio with the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We focus in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.